All right, Shalom. This is the brothers of GMS New Orleans with another live lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. And to you few sincere Akwaf out there, diligently learning in silence. Shalom. And with this live lesson, we're just going to be dealing with current events because over the last couple of days, a lot of things have taken place. As a lot of things have just taken place in general in the year 2023, the hopeful year that all prophecies are fulfilled. And Abaratazad, this is the year that all prophecies are fulfilled. As we can clearly see with just all these events taking place, hey, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. We're going to start off with that Jeremiah 49, verse 20.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
And that least of the flock is talking about those small hats, those 1948ers, those Amalekite Edomites over in the Holy Land right now. Because just this past Saturday, there was a major military drone strike in Iran targeting several weapons facilities. And nobody's wanting to take credit for it right now, but we know who was behind it. The 1948ers, the state of Israel, and hey, we know that the U.S. had some function in it as well. Because just today you had Anthony Blinken, who is one of the U.S. representatives, meet up with Benjamin Netanyahu saying, look, whatever happens, we have each other's back. And this is all a part of biblical prophecy, the least of the flock drawing them out. The 1948ers doing something, false flag, or directly provoking Iran to attack them, which is what? Going to draw out these bigger nations down into the Valley of Jehoshaphat to play into the bigger battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. The U.S. and NATO on the side of the 1948ers, and on the side of Iran, Russia, China, and her other allies. And this event that just took place is just another example showing that biblical prophecy is taking place right before our very eyes. And we're going to get into an article on Newsweek.com just to further document biblical prophecy taking place as we speak.
This is an article from Newsweek.com by Tom O'Connor. And this was posted 3 hours ago. It says, facing drone strikes, Iran warns any U.S. military action means war.
Hey, again, we know that the 1948ers had a hand in it. And what? Iran just said any U.S. military action means war, the least of the flock, drawing them out.
It says, in the wake of a drone strike against at least one defense factory in the central city of
Isfahan,
Iranian officials told Newsweek that any military option pursued by the United States against the Islamic Republic would result in all-out conflict with region-wide ramifications.
A region-wide war. The least of the flock drawing out these bigger nations down into that Middle Eastern region.
One of y'all pull up on the that article or that video I put with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump not even in office. He's already staked himself as being the new, once again, as the ruler of Babylon. But what he say? Since when I was in office, you didn't hear the talk of nuclear war. Ever since I got out of office and Sleepy Joe, but he said in the video, all you've been hearing talk of what?
Nuclear war, World War, all that. And we know that when Trump was president, he was super buddy with Netanyahu in the 1948ers. Talk of war, world war, nuclear wars just in the air because that's the times we are living in. Soon these rumors of wars are going to become straight hot wars.
Right. Yeah, let me see it.
Let me run this out real quick. It's fitting, brother. Just post this in the WhatsApp.
Which one was that phone louder?
Let's go back.
This is a word that you're not allowed to use. You take a look right now, the nuclear word is being mentioned all the time. This is a word that you're not allowed to use. It was never used during the Trump administration, but now other countries are using that word against us because they have no respect for our leadership. World War III would be a catastrophe unlike any other. This would make World War I and World War II like very small battles. The best way to ensure that such a conflict never happens is to be prepared with unmatched technology and unrivaled strength. To this end, when I'm commander-in-chief to build a state-of-the-art next-generation missile defense shield, just as Israel is now protected by the Iron Dome, a dream once thought impossible, America must have an impenetrable dome to protect our people.
Hey, a lot was said in that 40-second clip. Hey, nobody respects America anymore. What does that go to? Obadiah. I've made these small amongst the nations. Thou art greatly despised. And Trump just said
Weak
what?
saying I'm strong.
Khan. And what you got the Revelation 9? He said World War III. He mentioned that a couple of times. He's gonna make World War I and World War II look like a picnic. And we know, according to biblical prophecy, World War III will take place, and it's gonna be the true war to end all wars.
This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 12. It says, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Woe meaning destruction. One woe being World War I being past, and two woes more hereafter. World War II, which is past, and what? World War III, which is quickly coming upon us. Hashtag World War III, hashtag nuclear war, all that.
Yeah, now it's fitting. The main players now, as we going through this lesson, a Newsbreak article popped up. I want to share with the camera, but it's fitting because Russia, all right, Iran, Israel, and America are major players in the war, man. All right, they're four of the majorest players in this war, man. And it's inevitable that eventually they're going to lock horns, according to Ezekiel. It's biblically written, man. All right. Okay, Khan, that 38, that's the spirit. So they're going to lock horns, but just a quick news break article, just the topic of you got it right back. It says the Soviet submarine launched all its missiles in an unprecedented rehearsal for Armageddon, man. So at this point, missiles are being tested. You got Kim Jong-un, these different nations of people testing missiles, all right, which is a gateway to say what? We're starting World War III. World War III has started from tirade wars, all right, to trade wars, all right, different proxy wars. You got currency wars. You got Ukraine and Russia in there, all right. You got Taiwan and China. You got America jockeying for position, all right, to get in what? In Ukraine to position themselves. They know what it is, man, all right. The battle of the troops in Armageddon, man, is coming, man. It's biblically written. You got to go.
And that's beautiful that it said the Soviet submarine, because Russia don't call itself the Soviet Union anymore. But what? Going into that Ezekiel 38, the hooks pulling them back into that old confrontational Soviet Union spirit.
That bell spirit, man. It says in the final, let me read the first precept. In the final years of the Cold War, it's from the Drive. This is from Newsbreak. It says in the final years of the Cold War, the Soviet Navy tasked two of its Delta-class nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, or SSBNs, to verify their capability to launch a full salvo of 16 ballistic missiles at once. Look what this is called. This was Operation Behemoth.
Oh man, that's tricky.
Brother, this here, you can put it on and see it. That's Operation Behemoth. At the top, right there.
Hey, and what is
it was called Operation Behemoth.
And what does America refer to? Well, what's Esau referred to at some points in the scriptures as Leviathan?
Yeah. That's why I was like, let me get it. I got a little more the water, brother. It says this was Operation Behemoth, which again, like you said, with Leviathan, his head about to get cut off. He about to get dealt with. But it represents what? A great structure of power. All right? And that's why the Lord has said Leviathan and Behemoth in the day to what? Devour, right? What? These great armies and militaries. It says, and the results were, it has to be said mixed. But that's the point, man. They got more, but you got it, brother.
And just recently, Russia moved one of its nuclear-powered nuclear-equipped submarines off the U.S. East Coast. They're building up their military assets, nuclear capable in that Arctic Ocean region. Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and these other nations, they getting ready because they know that they're going to war. But for the majority, you dildo heads over here in America, especially 2/3 of our people, you still want to do the egg shortage challenge, whatever bullshit TikTok challenge you got out here, and you're gonna be caught like a thief in the night.
I got a scripture.
Kind of.
This Joel 3:2. It says, "I will also gather the nations and will bring them down
Would
to
you
the
mind reading verse 1, Baba Kasha?
God." This nigga come right here with this bullshit.
Yeah,
too.
that's a demon, brother.
Joel chapter 3, verse 1 is for, "Behold, in those days and in that time, when I will bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem."
And we're living in these days and times when the elect from all 12 tribes, the southern kingdom, you so-called Negroes, and the northern kingdom, you so-called Latinos and Native Americans, are waking back up to your identity as Israelites and coming back to your power and ultimately receive salvation. We're living in these times right now. Hence, as the brother's about to go into in Joel chapter 3, these prophecies, these end times prophecies of great war and destruction are getting set in place and speeding up.
And it says, verse 2, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land."
And that word Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shaphat in the Hebrew, which means Yahweh's judgment. And that word plead in the Strongs is Shaphat, which means to vindicate, to judge, to punish. You heathen nations, chiefly you Edomites, are being gathered down into that Middle Eastern region, the valley of Jehoshaphat, to be judged by Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai for afflicting the apple of his eye, the children of Israel. Because what did it say? You parted his land, and that land is parted today between the 1948ers and those Ishmaelite Arab Palestinians, which neither of you belong there because you're both squatters. And what?
You have Moabites over there.
Yeah, Moabites,
Ethiopians.
Hamites, and what? You have scattered my people. The transatlantic slave trade, all that. The time of the recompense is quickly coming.
Everybody
free too.
And everybody's really jockeying for position to be Israel, and they're not Israel. Which I'm gonna say this: you might have someone to scatter amongst over there that's really living over there in that mindset of the culture over there. But the real understanding is those are not the people, man. All right, the true people hasn't entered the land in mass numbers as the Lord said He was gonna do. All right. Well, you will see that there's going to be a time where the children, the men and women and children will come back on the backs and shoulders of the nations, man. But they're going to bring the force of Gentiles, but not now. Because since 1948, and they've been in that land, it's been nothing but war. When the truth to tell you, you can tell you dodo heads out here, you don't read the scriptures. The truth to tell you, when the true people enter the land, there's going to be no more war.
Micah chapter 4, 1-3.
Yeah, no more war. It's gonna be nothing going on. It's been war since. You can go up there and see a timeline of Israel's war from 1948 to the present day.
As soon as they had the Israeli Declaration of Independence, you had the Arab-Israeli War, and it's just been all lights go since then.
How can you be the people when you got people jumping the curb with coach buses running over the people? Bomb attacks and stabbings.
You got slut walks in Tel Aviv. Yeah,
man.
Tel Aviv is Pride City, Pink City.
Yeah, tattoo parlors and shit.
Pink, kosher pig. I don't know how you get that. Then you got motherfucking the importation of plants. They put it's so fucked up over there to where you got to ship in palm trees, rocks, soil, water and shit, man. How can you be the people?
And they got a parliament and a democracy with governmental laws that are separate from the scriptures. But these are supposed to be the people of the book that are supposed to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, they're number one in skin cancer, man. Don't you know they're not supposed to live there?
Yeah.
Want to be the land of Eden on the earth. Technically, with
Yeah,
the law, the river's supposed to flow out of it, man.
When the Israelites
Yeah, exactly. So I say technically.
They got a water fountain over there.
Yeah. Because what happens too when the people we're gonna make the nations of the people on earth keep the laws and commandments of the Most High. They don't give a fuck. You can be whatever you can worship Satan. You can worship a head of leathers.
They
You can
got
do whatever the
atheists
hell you
over
want.
there.
Yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want. And the people that's supposed to be the people not doing it because they're after the vibration of Satan. I've seen many videos where them people say, in their mind, there's no such thing as Yahweh Shai. We worship Satan. And that's not getting into the Talmud, which is a wicked, demonic book, man. They just wild shit, man. You know? Show you that these are not the people, man. And that's why I say, there's gonna come a time when you people of our land, that land gonna get fertilized, man. It's gonna be set ablaze. All right? And like I say, you know, hey man, we looking for that day. When if that come on TV, man, hey brother, we gonna pop some bottles. Oh my God, it's been they show that they're gonna have aerial views and all different angles. Hey man, they gonna pop some bottles in that day, man. You know, Lord will. You know, it happens before. It be the reason why they go to war. I mean, we don't know. Like this brother went into, the least of them are drawing them out, man. That's the two things you brothers need to be looking for. Iran attacking, or Israel attacking Iran, or Iran attacking Israel.
The MOTB.
MOTB. All right, Russia doing something else, you know. That's what you need to be looking for, man. The economic collapse. You brothers and sisters out there that, you know, are digitally searching for the truth, man. You need to keep in touch with how the treasurer of America, the treasurer, that's who's running this shit, really keeping this bitch afloat. She's it.
Yeah, you follow the money, you get the answers.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, you don't follow no damn Joe Biden.
Just follow the money, you'll get the answer. What's going on with the money?
The budgets and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even locally, I hear it. This shit is done. But go ahead, Doc.
Hey, that's the spirit. We in a time of great war and judgment, and Jake listening to Luther Vandross over there.
True.
Hey, once the economy fall, once you get an economical fall financially, that's the breaking point of the kingdom.
You got to go to
right?
war.
There's nothing else left to do but to what? Fight. Because now we're fighting for, I want to set up and establish what we have going on. So now you got different minds and kings, which kings are leaders or strategists. It's time to be like, look, we're going to put our arm in place and make the best arm win. But this is going to be the arm war. Go ahead.
It's working the minds of the kings.
Yeah, the Lord.
And
So-
what these economy crashes do, it bring forward war because
Mm-hmm.
war helps what
Generate the money.
generate
shit.
and reset
Yeah.
the budget,
And
man.
reset the budget, yeah.
Reset the economy.
Yep.
So we know war is coming, man. It happened World War II when you had the collapse, you had the Great Depression, and then war. Same thing with World War I. Same thing happened, man. Which all these wars was to set up. You had the war. These wars were set up to for drugs. You had wars set up different, you know, Vietnam, communists and shit like that. But you don't even use that shit no more. Show you this
resources and shit.
bullshit, man.
The Civil War, that was an economic reset.
Yeah,
That's Esau's Jubilee. Is a great sacrifice of blood.
right. Because war is big business,
Yes.
money. All right, the pillaging of resources. You can just take what you want.
Mhm.
All right, just like that guy Muammar Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein. They massacred them guys, man. Them guys had free education. You from the time of kindergarten to all of the college paid for. Healthcare paid for. All right. Anything you want to do, if you want to come over here and study in America, they would pay for that. To be a doctor and shit over there. Why would you kill it? Why would a nation of people hate that
He
man?
was a tyrant that hated his people.
Yeah, bullshit, man.
They actually cared about
Nigga
their
coming over here, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, it's fitting. And really, when you look at the landscape in which these kings rule and what they rule with the ironclad fist, as you say, it's better to take something than to ask for it anyways. So if I could create a problem, it's way much better at taking than asking, right? Because asking, you got to get resistance. You got to get, we don't think this is a good idea. So what? He gonna create a scenario, an agenda to what? I won't take it, man. And that's what we gonna do.
And what the scripture says,
According to Daniel.
the scripture says the kingdom of heaven shall come through violence. This
Through
man,
what's
this
violence?
man ain't gonna fucking. He's not gonna give up America. He's not gonna give up
But
his
we gonna
bullshit.
take it.
Gotta take it from them.
It's-
Yeah.
They're gonna take the kingdom. They took this kingdom. Did they not? They stole, beat, rape, robbed, murdered. They stole it. So we gonna take it from them. But
There you go.
yeah.
There's some technical difficulties.
Damn, devil.
Somebody at YouTube is extremely hurt. And that just goes to show that we at the end of this man's rulership. That's just a preview of the fame of the word. But you know what? Hey, screw it. We're gonna keep going until we can't go anymore. And hey, you devils are going down, and we're happy about that. But what did if I could just say real quick, Gerald Celente had a saying: currency wars, which we're in right now, lead to world wars.
Right. This is Joel 3:9. To continue, jump it down. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles: prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up."
And that's exactly what we're doing, proclaiming this amongst the Gentiles, the heathen Gentiles, through these video epistles and going out onto the highways and byways. Prepare for war. World War III, the War of Armageddon, war against Iran, the battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And we can see the mighty men are coming up. This summer, the 1948ers did the Chariots of Fire military drill, which involved every branch of their military simulating attacks against Iran. And the 1948ers just did another drill with the U.S. called Juniper Oak. And another drill involved U.S. refuelers refueling fighter jets for long-range missions to attack targets in Iran.
Right, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And what did the title of that article say? Iran said if the U.S. gets involved militarily, it's going to lead to a region-wide war. Why? Because the weak knows that they got the behemoth behind them. They got China behind them. So, hey, this fuse has been lit on this powder keg of destruction, and it's quickly burning down that wick to go boom.
Right, it says, assemble yourselves, come up, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
And we can see that these heathens are being gathered down there. The war in Iraq, the Syrian civil war, that helped further bring U.S. military personnel into that Middle Eastern region with bases in Iraq, Syria, and of course Saudi Arabia. Russia is down in there because they helped Syria during the Syrian civil war. Got Iran, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, the 1948ers. Everybody, all these chess pieces are getting set in place, to go at it. And those mighty ones are talking about the death angels of the Most High holding back this great destruction, waiting to get the go-ahead to release it, which is going to happen mainly after that Charagma is mandatorily implemented. Once that happens, everything's going to be like a blink of an eye, fast track to the kingdom of heaven and Yahweh's second coming and the downfall of this devil's kingdom.
I got one real fast. What you just said. This is Revelation 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vials upon the great river Euphrates, and the waters thereof were dried up.
Go look that up right now. In the last 3 years, you had somebody take an image of the Euphrates River, and it was flowing. And then 3 years later, it's damn near parchment and desert ground. That's biblical prophecy taking place right before your very eyes. So these major military armies and equipment can be moved over that desert land to more easily into the Valley of Jehoshaphat for this great battle.
Right. It says, and the sixth angel poured out his vials upon the great river Euphrates, and the waters thereof were dried up, that the way of the kings of the east may be prepared.
And who's in the east? Russia, China, Iran, all these major players. The east is about to head butts with the west.
Right, and that war as you know it, according to Joel, the book of Joel, the second chapter, World War III is going to be fought around the region of Saudi Arabia, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what World War III going to be fought at.
And we holding that Joel 2:20.
And like I said, the scriptures are true. The scriptures give you a geographical area of where Armageddon is going to happen, man. Battle of Jehoshaphat is going to happen. All right, because their region is so vast, desert land. You got the River Euphrates to the west of that. It gives you a inside look into how it's going to happen.
And that's a perfect battleground. Just desert. There's no buildings there. It's just straight armies charging into each other.
Yeah.
I gotta read this real quick. Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Armies.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
The great slaughter, where their stink shall come up from their bloated, blown up, set on fire, riddled with bullet bodies.
Yeah, it's gonna be a royal rumble of nations, man. All right, everybody gonna be getting it on, and then you know how you watch. I'm just giving it's not gonna happen like that, but I'm just giving a depiction. Nations in the ring, they're getting on in World War III. This is before the missiles even getting pushed. All right, it's gonna be a royal rumble, and then all of a sudden you will hear that. Like that Stone Cold Steve Austin music or some shit. Everybody look like, yeah, he really coming? And they're gonna look up and see the Lord, man.
Right.
And they're gonna get it on. And then, like I said, then fuck all this ground war, fuck aerial attacks and submarine and warship attacks, destroyers. Oh, just fucking hit the button, man. Just hit the button. Let's get this shit over. I'm tired of fighting them. I'm tired of going up against the so-called USA.
Whatever this is.
Yeah. Fuck it, just get over with, man. That's why the scripture says they're gonna think that evil thought, man. All right? This shit gonna like this brother's going, this shit gonna happen quick. It's gonna be a domino effect of things. It's not gonna be long and drawn out. Which I'm gonna say too, what's gonna happen to a lot of you women, a lot of you young men out here, you gonna get drafted over there too, man. We're gonna keep pushing that out there too. A lot of you gonna get drafted. You gonna be over here bullshitting. Like a lot of you cats right now, you getting prepared for Mardi Gras. You gonna go from Mardi Gras to being over there in that fucking desert with helmets, M16s, whatever the fuck they gonna give you. You're gonna be in the war, man.
They ain't gonna be throwing beads. They gonna be throwing lead.
Hot lead, grenades.
They gonna port you niggas from this airport. They gonna put you in one of the military planes that don't got no seats out.
Yeah.
So you
gonna sit on the floor.
Bro, you gonna skip that. No, and they ain't gonna put no seatbelt on you. You just gonna be laying on the floor.
No AC.
You gonna come over by the water, gonna tell you jump out this bitch.
Niggas open the back. Open the back.
Open the back, let's go.
And hit that button.
Everybody
flying out that bitch, man. And I'm gonna say this. When you do research on the Vietnam War, a lot of those guys, a lot of our uncles and fathers that got drafted, them dudes ain't had but 6 months of experience, man.
Yeah.
6 weeks of experience. And he got put on the front line. That's no experience.
That's
to a bunch of motherfucking Afghans and Russians that been doing this all their life.
Yeah, that's kids, it's little kid.
Even in Russia right now, in Russia, you have to be like the age of, I think it's like 10, 13, or 8. And you be groomed. Yeah, you be groomed to be a soldier. Yeah. You niggas over here, you smoking switch and playing video games. You playing what your mind perceives as a war. Them dudes in it. And guess what? You're gonna get drafted right into the smack of dealing with, some killers, man.
Spetsnaz and all of them.
Yeah. I showed brothers video a while back. Them dudes were playing with Ukrainian. Them dudes out there playing with Ukrainian soldiers' bodies like fucking trophies, dead bodies. All right, flipping them over, looking at them, smacking them while he dead. His head all bust open and shit. They just throwing them in the truck and shit. They playing with them. You have never seen that over here on the shores of America. A lot of you niggas ain't seen that, man. Like I said, and not to glorify out here. Hey man, we done seen great dead out here, man.
Yes.
Splattered brains.
Yes.
This is a normal thing to us, man.
Yes.
All right. A lot of you brothers in the different states, it's all the same shit, but a lot of you ain't been exposed to that, It is what it is. You gonna get put over there. Them dudes ain't fucking around, man. The Mac Gans with them AKs, them dudes got less resources and still putting up a fight. against motherfuckers with all this technology, man. They can put a shoestring in the middle in the AK barrel to clean it, throw it in the lake with a shoestring to clean the barrel, and tomorrow putting up hell against these damn devils, man, because they don't want them devils to bring them the democracy over there, man. That's what they're really fighting for. A way of life, man. The devil trying to come over there, man. Put up McDonald's and KFC, women driving, and punks, man.
Because they see how y'all niggas are over in America, and they don't want their people to be like you.
Fucking RuPaul, man, them niggas don't want RuPaul over there, man. Go ahead, bro.
Really, it all leads to one great war because everything is at war. We had a what? War on words.
War on your mind.
It's a war on our minds. It's a war on the economy. It's a war on what? As far as the debt clock, it's a war on trade.
Yeah.
It's a war on manhood.
Definitely
like,
that, man. It's a war on truth.
It's a war on truth.
Yeah, it's a war.
Of speaking. Like there's a war on every level, man. So for to not know you're in some type of war, man, you good as gold.
You already did, man.
You already dead, man.
Hey, I'm gonna just bring this out real quick, just to back up what you were saying about a lot of y'all Jakes and a lot of y'all Americans in general are gonna get drafted to go fight over in this great battle. This is
hey, don't let her go, man. All right, don't let her go, man. Because I'm gonna just say this: according to the scriptures, we're gonna get it too, man. Get that, Joel. In the scriptures, a lot of those soldiers, a lot of those young men and women that go to fight that war, they're not coming back. All right, so if I know you love your people, don't let her go in that shit, man. They're not gonna come back. That war gonna be fought against nations and ultimately Yahweh Shai, man. Right. I got partners. Oh, I'm going fly fighter jet, nigga. You fighting the angels, man. You know, you gonna fight the angels, man.
If I could say,
but go ahead.
If I could say too, like a lot of women that do join the military end up getting molested and raped and violated.
Yes.
I had a chick I knew back in the world. She was contemplating joining the army, and she had a cousin in the army. He was higher up, and he brought her to the side one day. He's like, "Hey, look, you a cute girl. Don't join the military because they gonna break you." He just straight up told that to her.
You just something. The women are just something to look at. Something to when men out there in the battlefield, something to hunt on, man. Yeah, right. He's calling it straight like it is, man. That's why we're here to give you the straight and skinny. If you got loved ones, all right, or yours, Jake yourself, don't join that shit, man. You're gonna be put in World War III. You're gonna fight against the Lord Himself, the angels, and you're not coming back. You got an honorable war. You got the iron box, the flag on it. The niggas salute, give your mama the pyramid and shit. You ain't getting none of that, man. You ain't getting the truth to tell you your carp's is going. You're sticking your carp's going. Yeah, it's done. Don't do that shit, man. Like I say, I got so-called guys that know the word. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. You can't tell niggas shit, man. They want to join that shit for $20,000 senators and shit.
They ain't the only way to make money. We got jobs. We ain't in the army. Like, let's be technical, because Jay could be like, man, it's the only way I can make this kind of money. Like, nah, man. That's another way of Jake wanting to do that, man.
Because they're going in that place in that army, man, they definitely jabbed up to the fullest.
Oh yeah. You come in a door hat to get 25 of them?
Yeah, but 25, 28. Pandemic, even before then, you got a pincushion.
Yeah. He said a pincushion.
Hey, Richie from Boston said, hey, when I was in Desert Storm, they hit me with something that I don't know what it was. Yeah. That's why I'm jacked up. That's why I got Gulf War syndrome.
Yeah, man.
You can't even get in without getting certain amount.
You gotta go in.
Like, you gotta get them. There's no interest point. Like, we need to shoot this in, whatever it is. And most people say they don't even know what it was. They don't even elaborate and ask questions or nothing. They just hit this door. But that's all for the love of money. But I got you something real quick, guys. This Proverbs 24:6, it says, for by wise counsel thou shalt make thy walk, and in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Because, you want to speak on it?
Oh, you got it.
Come. So, understanding that if this place knew what war would cause for them, not only for themselves, but according to biblical prophecy, they wouldn't counsel this war, man. They wouldn't do it. All right? And it says in the multitude of counselors there is safety. When you read in the NLT, it says, so don't go to war without wise guidance. Because see, when we go to war, we're going to have Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai backing us. Not even in that case, because we're not going to even war in the kingdom. We're going to be so electrifying, and one man can take a whole all the nations out. Just one man, one elect man.
War means there's
It's a resistance.
Resistance.
There's gonna be no resistance, so we're not gonna walk.
I got a
But-
precept to back you up real quick.
Come on,
This is Isaiah 19:11. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise, the counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Verse 12. Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what Yahweh of hosts hath purposed upon Egypt.
right, because just as the time that the Lord used the angels to persuade Ahab and tell him to go down what in the battle, what what's the name of the battle? Get the battle that he was going, but he used his prophets to be a lying tongue. So right now, their diviners and prognosticators are lying to them, man. Right? They have been persuaded on the left-hand side by the angels to put in their mind, if I go to war, we're going to be able to take Iran. We're going to be able to take this, take Russia, take this. Well, your prognosticators are lying to you, man. Right? So the ones that are advising you is set up for what? Your fall. To what? Ultimately pull you out of rulership and put you in a what? Subjection.
I got
It
some more
says,
too though on this. Just let you know.
it says, so don't go to war without wise guidance. Victory depends on having many advisors. Now, we have one counselor of what? Many, right? So we know, again, according to the Lord, our war right now is to wait on who? Yahushua. He's going to war for us. Michael, the angels is going to war for us. We know not to try to go to war. But these devils don't even know. And again, they're going to take the counsel of their what? Their wise men and their scribes, like you say, and guess what? It's going to be a detriment to the entire world. All right? Them choosing or having a decision to go to war, it's going to affect the entire world.
I'm gonna get some real fast. This is Job 12:16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceive and the deceiver are his.
Point blank period. The Most High is in control of the left hand and the right hand. Everything that us doing this, preaching this word, all the way to those generals and presidents and prime ministers coming up with their battle plans, is all through the will of the Most High to fulfill prophecy. Hey, and what does it say in Obadiah? The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. The Most High has built up these American Edomites to think we can take on Russia and China.
With a military.
Yeah.
They doing this with a military. Rome had a military that failed. Everybody had a military that was in power. They all failed. Oh, we got the Iron Dome. Oh, we got nuclear weapons. But we got Yahweh. What about Yahweh?
Showing you the counselors are wise. This man couldn't take down Afghanistan.
For real.
How you gonna take?
They ain't want no war.
We just can't pay.
How you gonna take on Russia and China? You can't beat a bunch of Afghanis in the middle of the desert, man.
You can beat them other fucking jungle monkeys over there in Vietnam, man. They were wearing your ass out. You know, but I'm gonna finish in Joel
That's crazy.
3:12. It says, "Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there where I sit to judge the heathen around about." It says, "Put in thy sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Oh yeah.
Come, get ye down, for the press is full." It says, "The vex overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decisions. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decisions."
We can clearly see with all these different events taking place, and as I said, the vats are full. These grapes are ready to get stomped on, so all that blood can come out. The wine, that wine of destruction, ready to get drunk by all these nations.
Revelation 14 and 14.
And that's why it says in which one of that?
Revelation 14 and 14. But the sickle, the sharp sickle.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Get that.
Okay,
That's probably thinking about the same one.
This the Revelation 4. I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "And I looked and behold a white cloud, and upon the cloud one said like unto the Son of Man,
You might get all that meat.
having
All the way
I'm
to
getting
20.
all that, I'm getting all that.
All
Having
the way
on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle."
What was that talking about? Yahushua waiting to, hey, Isaiah 63. Who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, like one that is stomped on the grapes and the wine fab?
You people are the grapes that's gonna get stomped out, man. All right, that's what we waiting for, man.
And he had that golden crown on. We ain't gonna get past that. What that mean? He just had a crown of gold on his head. No, he was taking the power, the rulership from you devils, man.
Revelation 9. Who is this with many crowns?
With many crowns. Who wear 25 crowns at one time? You know what? It don't make sense, man.
And they kind of, real quick, in that movie 300, remember when the Persian emissary came to Sparta, and he was a Jake. He was a Jake. He had the skulls from all the kings that they knocked off with crowns on it. He was on the horse too. He was on a horse. The horse went up. He was holding it. The horse was probably white too.
But I know there's several period pieces movies, even with the movie Predator. A complete king always want a trophy.
Yes.
He wants a trophy from the kings and the nations that he conquered.
Yeah.
Then he also
That's
puts
a
himself.
token. It's a token.
Yeah, he puts himself in the mindset to tell the next motherfucker what I'm gonna do to you.
Yes.
When I get you.
Right, conquest.
You know, which that's what we're doing, man.
Yeah.
We let you nations know what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna batter and bruise and hurt you, man, to the core when we get in power, man.
Okay.
All right. This is Yahweh Shai, and we're really publishing him, telling you what he's gonna do. We're the ambassadors of the Lord, so we're telling you, hey, he gonna fuck you up when he come back. This straight up. We ain't up here chuckling and driving with you, shooting the shit. He's gonna jack you up when he come back, man. All right.
It says, and another angel came out of the temple, this 15, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud. Thrust in thy sickle and reap.
Yeah.
For the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Hey, the fats are full. The everything is ripe and ready to get stomped on. Ready to get all the blood out of those grapes.
Because we had the dumbest time of humanity. We had the most sluttiest, most wickedest, diabolical time. It's
The sweetest.
yeah. You know how you boil that pot and them bubbles in that water just barely about to hit over. That's where this society at, man. It's just time to cut it off. It's time to just get rid of this shit, man. All right.
Sins have reached up from the heavens.
You
All
watch,
is being fulfilled.
you watch the different people back in the 20s and 40s and the mind. They was much smarter than the people today. The people in the Bible were well advanced than the people today, man. You people, all you do is walk around with phones, tablets. All right, I had a nigga walk in the middle of the street. He just head down. You going 40, 50 mile an hour, slam into this nigga, man. Blow the horn, he still don't look up.
Man, they showed it in that movie Dread, the new one.
Yeah.
When Dread was having a high-speed chase with somebody, there was a guy walking in the street with some headphones, and the thugs hit his ass because he wasn't paying.
Yeah.
His body skid on.
Yeah, that's you people, man. People just jacked up, man.
You really got no purpose but to be what was it, collateral damage.
Yeah, a lot of you, and that's how a lot of you gonna go out as collateral damage too, man. Yeah, soft motherfucking targets, man.
Hey, you people, like in these Marvel movies and these disaster movies, you got the main characters, then what? You got the background characters that are just running around, screaming, having concrete fall on them, getting blown up.
A lot of you niggas are stunt man 1, 2, and 3.
NPC.
Yeah, you don't have no name. You just stunt man. You know?
No, it's just other.
Yeah.
And a little whole list of names.
Yeah, man.
It says, and he that sat on the cloud, 16, thrusting his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle.
Then you heard that too. So they had an angel that had power
over fire.
So these angels have a hierarchy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Michael being at the helm.
Yes.
Okay, and they're ready to appease the Most High, man. They made him. They're gonna do the job down to the T. They ain't gonna fuck up like you Jake fuck up, man. They're gonna do it to the T, man. And they're ready to, just like they elect. They're ready to let go of the four winds, man. Which is it's finna happen. The four winds are gonna be let loose. All out destruction is gonna be imminent. It's gonna be on showcase in the world, man. Not just America, but the world. The world finna see what real war is. Right? The author of war, the Most High is he's like the Steven Spielberg. They ain't shit to the Most High, man. The Most High made them. All right, the Most High he the real Steven Spielberg. What's some more of these goddamn good producers? The James Cameron of this thing, man. And he loves war, man. It's like you had them old cats. I remember being around an old cat. He used to have the little fake soldiers on one side, the tanks, and he used to paint them bitches and shit. The little battlefield, that's the Most High when it comes to this life, man. Set up the elect, put the elect over here, I'm gonna guard them. I'm gonna set up the tanks and wars, the planes. He's the one that's moving the chessboard, man. All right, because this think about it, it's like chess, man. Every beginning move has to be 10 steps ahead of the one move you finna make right here. The Most High Ben thought that shit out, man.
Real quick, to back this Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war.
You hear that?
Yahweh is his name.
And if you've seen the son, you've seen the father. So he's the son of war too. The father and the son of war.
Yes.
The real Kratos and Atreus.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
And Ragnarok is coming.
It's coming.
And
The end is
the
coming.
end of the world.
Yeah, the end of the world is coming, man. Are you ready? The scripture said, "What manner of person you ought to be." In all holy conversation, you better be doing this, man, or somewhere closely involved in this than to not have nothing.
Yeah, and the Lord gonna kill men who come on a lake at nighttime and drink a cold one on the back of a white Silverado, man.
Yeah,
Listen to
This
Luther
right by the
Vandross.
word.
Luther Vandross.
Listen to Luther Vandross. Wasting time. And you right by the men that know the war coming. Brother, you're good as dead if you don't know a war coming.
He's a whole bottle drinking a whole bottle.
Yeah,
You're
man.
good as dead if you don't know a war is coming. They ain't that you in it. You good as dead if you don't know it's coming. But
Hey, your brother got a nice one from the GNT, from the book of Judith 16:3. Said, "The Lord is a man. The Lord is a warrior who ends wars.
He starts them and he ends them.
He
in
rescued
the
me."
war, that's what only comes.
I think the brother had a bunch of words up. It says, "He received me from my persecutor, and brought me back to his people's camp."
And protecting the elect.
Yeah.
He rescued me from my pursuers
And pursuers,
that are swifter than the eagles. The Most High going to protect his elect from these devils, these Edomites,
Yeah,
while
bunched
everybody
up.
else is going to get washed away by this great flood, this besom of destruction.
Isaiah 31 said that as birds flying, he shall what? Defend and preserve Jerusalem. While also what? Destroying everybody else.
yeah, man.
And if I could say with that, the angel over fire, just to back that up, the angel, as the elder brother was saying, you got an angel that's over the nukes. You got the angels holding back the four corners, the angels that are in the great river Euphrates, drying it up. All these angels performing their roles perfectly for the Most High's production.
Yes.
They're the crew. They're the crew setting up the lights, the camera, and the action for the director's movie.
And what's crazy, ain't gonna be no bloopers. What they call them, bloopers? It's
One
gonna
take.
It's gonna be a one take.
Live.
And they gonna do it to the T. Niggas gonna be some real Jackie Chan's. Like, niggas are gonna be doing their own stunts when they die out here.
That guy really died.
Yeah, man.
Because it ain't gonna be a simulation or a tryout.
Oh,
It's
no.
gonna be the real deal.
Oh,
First
no.
time round. The Lord don't try to kill nobody.
Hey, when you were born, you auditioned and got the role.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna feel a concussion of explosives and heat, shrapnel hitting you, sand, blood. Y'all, it's coming back to them days with the blood getting in your face.
You screaming.
Yeah,
I can't see. Oh my God.
yeah. Your clothes feeling the concussion, the winds. Yeah, I told brother I had a dream like that, man. The Chariots, the fighter jet fighting against the Chariots, and the Chariot did a move and blasted that bit. I'm talking about you could feel the concussion all through this. We was like on this corner. They had the brothers from LA there, man. That shit was wild, man. It was like you was really there.
Just the concussion will crack your ribs and give you a
Yeah.
terrible bleed.
Send your help, everything.
And like I said, I'm definitely not one of those brothers that really dream a lot, man. Of, end time stuff like that, man. But it's you wake up,
Ain't coming.
yeah, you wake up. It's so real. You wake up with your heart beating, man.
Yes.
You're adrenaline,
Sweating.
yeah.
It
It's
says
the time we want those times, man. Go ahead.
it says Sam thrush or let me start over. And another angel, 14-18. It get good. Came out from the altar which had the power over fire and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, which is Yahweh Shai, saying, thrusting thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe.
You people are the grapes. But there's the grapes that the Most High is going to
Have
take.
kept the
kept.
cluster that he kept. Yep.
And
He got those that he's going to destroy of his own people too.
That was made in vain.
Yeah. Man, you know that's a low feeling to be made in vain.
Made to be destroyed.
You just a defective reject.
You the devil's reject.
Yeah, man. That's a bad way to go out, man. And when you don't give a damn about something, like just say a particular object, you really crush it, man. You throw that shit against the wall, the ground. You go all out, man. The Lord gonna do that to a lot of you people, man.
Hey, when you played with the Army Men toys when you were little, you had your favorite ones, and you had the bullshit ones that you threw and like you burnt them with the lighter. You just
Yeah, that's what the Lord about to do with the people of the world, man.
had the tank run them off.
Yeah.
It says 19. And the angel thrust in the sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God.
Get squeezed, to get pressed, so all that blood, all that juice can come out.
All the marrows and matter come out your head, man.
Nothing to be perceived.
The white meat.
Yeah.
And I got the NLP for that 20. Huh?
It says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out the winepress. I see why the pastors was like, don't go into that.
Yeah.
You kind of see, yeah, this is
it's a nastiness.
it's explicit. It's when you put that little sign in front of the thing. This is gruesome, nastiness, explicit. I see they ain't with that. They not with war. We with war.
You got to put in your birthday to watch a video.
We with the Father with. We with that. How we say, man, the Lord with, we with it. You can't be against it anyways. It says, and the winepress is trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even into the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs.
Here's the NLT translation of that.
He got exact with that too. Like he wanted to let that amount be known.
You say a lot.
I'm a let.
Yeah.
The grapes were trampled. The people were trampled in the winepress outside the city, and blood flowed.
Imagine what we can do to a grape. You set a grape on the ground. Imagine you doing this. This slight shit, like you just stepping on it, how it's squished and moved around. But go ahead, brother.
And blood flowed from the winepress in a stream about 180 miles long and as high as a horse's bridle.
That's how much of a slaughter the Lord gonna do over here, man. The blood, which goes a little deeper. That blood is like 5 feet deep, and it's like over 300 something miles, man. 800 something miles, 300 something miles. I can't remember, but 5 feet deep. So imagine 5 foot deep of blood everywhere, man. You gonna be getting busy.
People gonna be getting drowned in blood too. Yeah, some people dying in the blood. Just getting drowned.
You got that part? I think it's
some people 4 feet.
I know you can find. Go to I remember this. Go to the Bible Hub. It's on Bible Hub.
Yeah, it said 100 in the one I read, and the other one said like 200 miles.
It said 200 miles and 5 feet deep. It should say that.
You got people that's 4 feet tall.
Yeah, they ain't gonna make it.
They gonna drown in blood.
They ain't gonna make it, man.
What happens when you making wine and shit? You have some grapes that go to the bottom. They get smushed too.
They get smushed.
Ain't nothing coming out whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether you at the top of the shoe or the bottom of the shoe, you get smushed.
Yeah.
One gonna be more damaging than the other, inflict more damage, but it don't really matter. You still dying, man. Dying is dying. It was easy. I died easy. You still dying.
Then it's a lot of you here in the reincarnation are those that persecuted the Lord back then. That's why the scripture says it would not be forgiven for you in this world, neither the world to come, man. So a lot of you are those that when you seen him take that cross and was beaten and spit on and mocked, you was there. You was clapping on. You was with Pontius Pilate and them. Hey, let that blood be on our kids, us and our kids, man. You was there. So a lot of you gonna get a raw ass kicking too of his own people when he come back.
They part of the blood of the wine press.
Yeah.
That's their blood. That's the payback. The wine press. They get the blood back. Yeah, he exacting their blood back.
Yeah, I found 2 good ones.
Okay,
I found the one you can find for.
Yeah.
And hey, what they say, we have no king but Caesar. And what's it saying in Isaiah 31? Those that go down to Egypt for help, those that helpeth and those that hopeth shall both fall together.
That's right.
In the shadow of Egypt, of Pharaoh shall be your shame. But this is the contemporary English version. The blood turned into a river that was about 300 kilometers long and almost deep enough to cover a horse. And we ain't talking about a horse today. We talking about them ancient,
them
big boy horses.
Yeah, because the average horse today is like, what, 8 feet tall, man. The Belgian draft horses, they about 8 feet tall, the back of them. Or the tip of the head, like 8 feet tall, man. So this bird talking about ancient horses, they were taller than that back then because everything was much bigger.
That's right.
And
You know? Go ahead.
this is the Good News translation. And blood came, I'll read the whole thing. The grapes were squeezed out in the wine press outside the city, and blood came out of the wine press in a flood, 200 miles long and about 5 feet deep.
Come on, man. If you ain't got this truth, you bound to drizzle, man. You bound to drizzle. Without a doubt, man. And it's just the times that we in. All right. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, we just dropped. And we got the point with that article too. Hey, we hope this video was edifying to you, sincere Akim and few Akwat out there. Hey, we living in those times, living in the times of great judgment, death, destruction, prophecy, but also salvation. Hey, 2023 again has been deemed by Apostle Tahar to be the hopeful year that all prophecies be fulfilled. And Abarat Dazad, this is the year. But hey, if it's not, we know that it's setting up salvation shortly thereafter. So just keep pushing and keep enduring and don't get weak so close to the finish line. Okay, so with that, we hope, again, you sincere Akim and Akwak were edified by this live lesson. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim and Akwak out there. Shalom.
Shalom.